I welcome you all to Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation Education Department, Online Education for English Medium. Students, we are conducting this online session for class 10th, subject Science, part 1. Topic which we are learning is refraction of light. And the subtopic which today we are going to learn is mirage. What is mirage? Effect of atmospheric refraction and how twinkling of stars in the atmosphere take place. This all are due to the effect of atmospheric refraction. So these all things, students, we are going to learn in today's session. Today is my third session. My name is Miss Bushra Maksud Ahmed. I'm from Kajupada MPS School, Kurla. Our channel or nodal officer is Mrs. Rushali Kalavli. So students, let us begin with our chapter number 6, that is refraction of light. See students, in this chapter, till now we have seen much more things. The basic concepts, what do you mean by refraction of light? What is the definition of refraction of light? Much more activities we have seen on the basis of refraction of light. Again, then we have seen refractive index in different media. So some points such as when in last sessions I have shown you refractive index in different media, right? There are some rules. So that small part today I'll revise again, and then I'll go to our main part today, so that the point which we have learned yesterday can be revised, and the next part which I'm going to teach you, you can understand it very well. In this chapter, students, our learning objectives are, what is the main objective to learn this chapter? Number first, we'll discuss about the laws of refraction and rules of refraction. Yeah, we have completed this first point. We have discussed this, yeah, and I hope my students have understood this. What is laws of refraction and what are the rules of refraction, right? Then second, this point, to understand the concept of effect of atmospheric refraction. This we are going to see today, that how the concept of effect of atmospheric refraction take place. We are going to understand this. Then third, to understand the concept of total internal reflection and rainbow formation. This is the point we are going to learn again in this chapter. This we have to complete in 4 sessions. Today is the third session. 2 sessions already we have completed. Okay, so let's revise some points and then we'll go to a point, today's point. Okay, students, so what we have seen yesterday, we have seen refractive index. Okay, now see the first point, what we have seen in this, the change in the direction of light rays while entering different media is different. Yeah, we have seen this. Whenever a light, the change in the direction of light when it is entering in a different media, it's different. Second, it is related to the refractive index of that media. The changes which are happening in the direction of light, it depends upon what, students? It depends on the refractive index of that media. The value refractive index is also different for different media, right? As the media will be different, refractive index of that media will be also different. So the value of refractive index is different for different media. It is not same for all media. It is different for different media. Also for light of different colors, yeah, or for different colors also, same refractive index will be different. Then we have seen Snell's law, students. What was the Snell's law? That sin I upon sin r equals to constant, where I is what? I is the angle of incident and r is the angle of refraction. So when sin I upon sin r equals to constant, that is known as, students, Snell's law. Okay, and this is also known as the second law. We have seen laws of refraction. In this, the second law, this only what they want to explain is, right, that sin I to the sin r is always constant, and that constant term is nothing but, students, small n, that is called refractive index. Okay, So N is what? N is called the refractive index of second media with respect to first media. Always see, student, whenever we define refractive index, how we will say it, that N is a refractive index of a second media with respect to the first media, because always it takes place between two medias. Now, the last one, a ray incident along the normal I equals to 0 goes forward in the same direction as r equals to 0. Remember the three diagrams I have explained you yesterday? So the last one, when light was incident on a straight in a normal, when angle of incident was 0, I was 0. So there was no deviation. The light did not get refracted and it goes straight, making angle R equals to 0. So whenever the ray of incidence goes normally along the normal, that is I equals to 0, it goes forward in the same direction. Okay, that make R equals to 0. See this figure. See here, V1 is the velocity of light which is entering, that is incident ray, and V2 is the velocity of light after refraction. Okay, the medium 1 is air, medium 2 is glass. So let's the velocity of light in medium 1 be V1, and that of medium 2, that is glass, be as V2 as shown in the figure. Now see, students, how we determine refractive index. Now in the formula, how we'll determine it as the refractive index of a second media with respect to first media, it's 2 and 1. And how I pronounce it out, how I read it out, that the refractive index of a second media with respect to first media, and we will write it as 2 and 1. And that is equals to the ratio of velocity of light in medium 1 to the medium 2. That is, it's equals to velocity of light in medium 1, that is V1, divided by velocity of light in medium 2, that is V2. The equation in a red color. Okay, so this is a formula. This is the equation of refractive index of a second media with respect to the first media, that is 2 and 1. Similarly, how we can write it as 2 and 1 equals to V1 upon V2. Can you see the equation in the square bracket, students? Yeah. So same way we can write down either in the word form, that is velocity of light in medium 1, V1, to the velocity of light in medium 2, that is V2, or simply we can write it as V1 upon V2. Okay. If the first medium, see the last point, it is about the absolute refractive index. See, if the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of a medium 2, that is second medium, it is called the absolute refractive index. If the first medium is vacuum, then the refractive index of a second medium 2 is called what? It's called a absolute refractive index. And it's simply written as N. Okay, this much you have understood now. Okay, now see, students, look at this photo, look at this figure. This I have explained you. Now see, in the first, the rare medium is air, and the denser medium here we are considering as a glass slab. In the first figure, when light is entering from rare medium to the denser medium, what we see, that light bent towards the normal. In the figure, can you see that angle of incidence is more as compared to angle of refraction, right? So due to that, what we can determine? We can determine that whenever light is entering from rare medium to the denser medium, the light bent towards the normal. Okay, always remember this. Now see, in the second refraction here, in the second figure, what we see, that light is entering from denser medium to rare medium now, right? Denser medium is a glass slab and rare medium is area. So what we see, that angle of incidence is less as compared to angle of refraction, right? So whenever light is entering from denser medium to the rare medium, light goes away from the normal. Okay. In the first case, it goes towards the normal, and see in the second case, it goes away from the normal. And in the third case, see what we'll see. When light goes straight along the normal, where I is equals to 0, it will not refract it. It will straightly go in a straight line, making R equals to 0. That angle of refraction will also equals to 0. Means here no refraction take place. Okay, students, see, this is only what they want to tell us. When a light ray passes from a rare medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. When light rays passes from a denser medium to the rare medium, it bends away from the normal. And third, when a light ray is incident normally at the boundary between the two media, it does not change its direction and hence does not get refracted. Okay, not get refracted means there is no change in its direction of light. Okay, refraction is that only, not the change in the direction of light, that is known as refraction. Yeah, but here there is no change in the direction of light, hence we have said that there is no refraction. Otherwise we will tell, ma'am, light is passing through the glass slab, right? Then why you are telling that no refraction is take place? Because student, definition of refraction is there is a change in the direction of light, that is known as refraction of light. But here when it is passing straight from a normal, it does not get any deviation, there is no change. It's going, making I equals to 0 and R equals to 0. Hence we have said that it does not get refracted. I hope this all point which I have taught you yesterday, now today I have revised it. So now my students has fully understood all the points. So student, now we are going to see toward, now we'll today's point, that is mirage. See students, today's topic is very interesting. So just pay attention whatever I'm teaching you. Okay, what is mirage, student? Anyone knows what is mirage? See student, mirage is, see, it is an illusion. Have you seen a mirage? See question number 1. Have you seen a mirage, which is an illusion of appearance of water on a hot road or in a desert? See, in a summer season, when we drive on a road, when we go on a road, so we see on the far place, what we see, yeah, that there is an appearance of water, some water is there. In desert also, what we see at the far place, we see, yeah, might be there's some water, but when we reach there, actually there's no water. So that there is an illusion, yeah, that there is an appearance of water. So this illusion of appearance of water, that is known as, student, mirage. Now you understood what is mirage? Yeah, that mirage is nothing but it is an illusion of something which is appeared. Okay, so it is an illusion. So how this illusions, why this illusions comes, that we are going to learn today. Now see the second question. Have you seen the objects beyond and above a holy fire appears to be shaking? Why does this happen? Now see, in a holy festival, when we burn holy, yeah, so in the above holy fire, or in a winter season when we burn fire, what we see, students, we see above that fire, we see the things are shaking, right? So why these things are happening? Have you asked this question to yourself? See, I have told you to ask the question to yourself and you will only go to the answer. If you will not ask question to yourself, you will not understand science. What is the science beyond that? Okay, so today we are going to see why these two things happen. What is the reason behind this? Okay, now see number 4, students. Local atmospheric condition affects the refraction of light to some extent. Now see, in atmosphere, students, okay, in atmospheric condition also refraction take place. Now you will tell, ma'am, in atmosphere how the refraction will take place? See students, in atmosphere Some place the airs are hotter when we burn something, and some place when there's cold. See, in your home also, where you are living, the temperature is normal, but when you open the fridge, yeah, in fridge the temperature is different. Yeah, so there is a variation in the temperature. So there will be variation in the density of the air. As there will be variation in the density of the air, then it comes the pair of media. Two media occurs. When two media occurs, then refraction will also be take place. Yeah, like this you have to understand the things. Yeah, so this might be the condition. How much be the refraction comes in an atmosphere. Yeah, when hot things comes, so due to hot air, that hot air become lighter, so its density will be less, but the other air which is colder one, its density will be more. So yeah, there will be two media. Yeah, one will be the rarer media, one will be the denser media. Then yes, in the atmosphere, then reflection can take place. So this is the answer behind you, that when you ask question to yourself, how in the atmosphere the refraction will take place. So this by step you will go to there. Okay, now comes to our point. See, in the second point, in both the examples, in the both example above, the air near the hot road or a desert surface and or a near the holy flame is hot. See, same thing they are explaining us. In the second point, the air near the hot road or on a desert surface or on a holy flame, that is hot, and hence rarer than the air above it, and hence it will become what, as that hot that air is hot, its density will be less, it will be rarer, and the air above it will be the colder one and its density will be more. So what, this hot air will be what, it will be rarer medium for us. Now the refractive index of air keeps increasing as we go to increasing height, right? Now as we'll go to the increasing height, yeah, now we are seeing it from a height. We are seeing it from a height. So what, students? We are seeing it from denser medium to the rare medium. And when, students, when we are seeing from denser medium to rare medium, what we come to conclusion? That light bends away from the normal. Right, students? Right? You understood this point, that the refractive index of air keeps increasing as we go to the increasing heights, right? So see, in the first case above, what is the thing? In the first case, the direction of light rays coming from a distance keeps changing according to the law of refraction. Now see, according to the law of refraction, the light ray which is coming towards us, yeah, it goes changing. Following which law, students? Following laws of refraction, which I have revised also today. Okay. Now see, can you see this photograph here? See, the warm air is a rare medium. The cooler air, it is a denser medium. And see, students, when we see from a height, what we see, light is going from denser to rare medium, and it's go away from the normal, right? It will go away from the normal. So the image which is coming to our eyes, it is actually coming from the image of that object, not from that object. Due to refraction, what, it is coming from the image of that object. See, the light rays coming from a distant object appear to be coming from the image of that object which is inside the ground as shown in the figure. Can you see the figure here, students? See, I have explained you. See here, warm air is a rare medium, cold air is a denser medium. We are seeing it from a height. We are seeing it from a height. So when we are seeing it, the image which is coming to us, the light rays which are coming to us at a distance object, it is actually coming from the image of that object which is inside the ground. Why it is coming from the image of the object which is inside the ground? Because of the refraction of light. Refraction of light between which two media? Between two denser and rare medium, that is cool air and warm air. And when light is passing from rare to denser, it goes away from the normal. And when it passes from rare to denser, it goes towards the normal. Hence, we can see this mirage here, and this is called the mirage. We see that, yeah, there is some presence of something. This is all due to the mirage, due to the illusion, because of the refraction of light, because it follows the laws of refraction, and this laws of refraction takes place due to the refraction of light which is between the two media, that is the denser media and the rare media. Now you understood this point. What is mirage? In mirage, the light is coming from a distant object which is coming from the image of that object which is inside the ground. Okay, so this is called mirage. Now my students has understood this thing, I think. Now in the second example of the holy fire. See, in this second example, the direction of light rays coming from the object beyond the holy fire, changes due to changing refractive index above the fire. See, in the above fire, what there is change in the refractive index, and thus the object appears to be moving there. Because in the holy fire, the air above the fire, it is hot one, yeah, and it is rare media, it is the density is less, and above it where we are standing, the air is cooler, its density is more. Hence what we see that the things are shaking up there. Okay, in the second example, the direction of light rays coming from the object beyond the holy fire, due to the changing refractive index above the fire, thus the object appears to be moving. Okay, now you understood this two example, why we see the mirage, why we see the illusion there. Now see student, this all thing, this mirage, this illusion, this effect of atmospheric refraction takes place in twinkling of stars. Can you see the stars in night time, students? I hope everyone love to see the stars. Yeah, we are very interested how the stars might be twinkling, where from this light comes from. Yeah, so this is the image of twinkling of stars in the below I have shown you. Now we are going to learn this, why this star get twinkle. Okay, say students, for this purpose only I have told you, you have to revise the topic, because as we are going to the higher and higher point, if your basic information is clear, if your basic rules is known to us, then only you are going to understand this concept. So hence science, we have to go step by step. We have to just make our basic information very strong. Okay, now see the first point, student. Effect of atmospheric condition on refraction of light can be seen in twinkling of stars. In twinkling of stars also, effect of atmospheric refraction plays a very important role. Now see how it takes place. Stars are self-luminous. Self-luminous means what? They are luminous, they are emitting lights. Hence we are telling it as self-luminous. They are emitting light by their own. Okay, they are the main source. So stars are known as self-luminous. You understood what do you mean by self-luminous? Now see, self-luminous and can be seen at night time in the absence of sunlight. In the absence of sunlight, we are able to see the sunlight, right? In the absence of sunlight, we are able to see the stars. Why we are not able to see in the daytime when there is a presence of sunlight? Because sunlight is having more high intensity as compared to the small stars. Hence, we are not able to see the twinkling of stars in the daytime. But when at the night time, sunsets, what we see this luminous, self-luminous star, twinkling of stars. Okay. Now see the third point. They appears to be a point source. Yeah. Stars, they are what we see from here, that they appear to be a point source because of their being at a very large distance from us. They are at a very large distance from us. They are very away from us. Hence, what we say, that they are just a point source. But in real, are they a point source? No, they are very big, but they are very far away from us. Hence, what we see that they are a point source. As the density of air increases with lowering height above the surface of the earth, the refractive index also increases. Yeah. Now see students here, as the density of air increases with the lowering heights, we are at the lower height. Yeah. And density of air increases, up outside is vacuum. And where we are living, we are having air atmosphere here. So here where we are standing, we are having density of air is more here, right? So as the density of air is increasing with lowering heights here above the surface of the earth, what will increase, students? Refractive index will also increase. Now, see, due to this, we are going to learn now what is apparent position of star. Now see students, how actually the twinkling of star, I'll explain you, but before them I'm going to explain you what is the apparent position of the stars. Now see students, stars appears higher than the actual are. Now see, whatever the stars which we see, yeah, they are not at that same position actually. They are at the different position. What we see, that the stars appears higher than the actual are. See in the photograph here, students, in the photograph. See the actual position of the star is lower here. The real position, which is shown by the dark line, dark black line. And when we are watching star, where we see higher than that. Can you see a dotted line here? That is the apparent position of the stars. We see actually the stars are in the here, the real position, but we see at this apparent position. Why this is happening? This is due to the refraction of light. This is due to the bending of the starlight due to atmospheric refraction. Now see, increasing in refractive index got increased. Now see how this take place. I will explain you. Starlights coming toward us. Starlight, the light which is coming from the star, which is coming toward us, travel from rare medium to denser medium. Yeah, above the atmospheric, above the earth atmosphere, student, what is there in the space? Is there air in that space? No, vacuum is there, right? So that is the rare medium. And where we are living on a earth, right now this is a denser medium as compared to the space, right? So the light which is coming from the star, it is coming from rare medium to the denser medium now. Now student, when it is coming from rare to denser, where it will bend, student, tell me? It will bend towards the normal. Yeah, it will bend towards the normal. This make the stars appears to be higher in the sky. And due to this, what we see? We see that star appears to be higher in the sky as compared to its actual position as shown in the figure. Okay, now you understood why there is a change, there is an apparent position of star, why the star appears higher than the actual are when we are seeing it from Earth. Because students, due to the refraction of light, sorry, When light is coming from a rare medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal and it makes star in the sky to appear in the higher position as actual they are. Okay, I hope you have understood this apparent position of the star at this point now. Okay, now again we'll go back to the twinkling of stars. Okay, twinkling, I have explained you that there are points, so they are self-luminous. They show points so because they are very far away from us. Now see, as we have understood the apparent position, now we are going to some interesting points. See, the apparent position of the stars keep changing a bit. Okay, it keeps changing a bit due to the refraction of light in the atmosphere. This is because of the motion of atmospheric air, because in air, the air is moving in the atmosphere. So little bit, there is a change in the position of the stars we are seeing. And when the air is moving, the air is in a motion. So there will be change in the air densities also and the temperature, right? Because of this, the refractive index of the air keeps changing continuously. Say students, in air, because we are living on an atmospheric condition on earth. So see students, there is a motion of air here in this media. So as there is a motion in the atmospheric air, there is a change in its density due to its temperature. Somewhere the temperature is higher, somewhere the temperature is lower. So there is a change in the air density also. And because of this student, the refractive index of the air also keeps changing continuously. Well, this air temperature will differ, the motion will differ. So the refractive index will also continuously change. Okay, because of this change, the position and brightness of the stars keep changing continuously. And because of this change, students, what we see? We see the position and the brightness of the star that also keep changes continuously, and the stars appears to be twinkling. And what we see that, yeah, that stars are twinkling, but this twinkling is due to what? It's due to the change in the refractive index of our atmosphere, right? Because there is a motion of the atmospheric air, there is continuously changing in the air density due to the temperature, because temperature is getting vary, and hence refractive index of that air is also continuously changing, and this refractive index is changing. So the position and the brightness of the stars also keep changing continuously. And what we see that the stars are twinkling. See, so interesting, right? Now you understood why we see that it is a twinkling. Now see student, I hope these two things you have understood, how the twinkling of the star takes place and what is the apparent position of the star, why it looks higher than actually its position is lower one. These two things my student understood. Now students, we are going to see the next thing. We do not see twinkling of planets. Why we do not see twinkling of planets? This question might come in your mind that, ma'am, we are seeing stars are twinkling, but why we are not seeing different planets from Earth, which is Mars, we can see, Venus, we can see, which is nearer to us. So why they are not twinkling? This is because planets are much closer to us as compared to stars, because students, planets are closer to us as compared to stars, and stars are much more away from us. For this position, for this reason, we see there's a twinkling in the star and we does not see twinkling of the planets. They therefore do not appear as a point source. Do the planet appear as a point source to us? No. With the help of telescope, we can see nicely the planets, right? So they do not appear as a point source, but appear as a collection of point source. What we can see? Planets as a collection of point source, right? Because of changes in atmospheric refraction, because of the changes in atmospheric refractive index, the position as well as the brightness of the individual point source changes, but the average position and the total average brightness remains unchanged, and planets do not twinkle. Okay, students, this is the reason behind that, because there is a change in the atmospheric refraction. Sorry, there is a change in the atmospheric refractive index. So, because of the change in atmospheric refractive index, the position as well as the brightness of the individual point source changes. Now see, you will tell ma'am, when this refractive index is changing, when atmospheric air is changing, what we are seeing that there is change in the position and brightness of the star and they are twinkling. But why planets are not twinkling? Because due to these changes, due to the change in atmospheric refractive index, students, and due to all these, the brightness and position of individual point, a single point which is appear to us, point so that is star, that will change. But when we are seeing the collection of points as a planet, but the average position and total average brightness remains unchanged. That will remain, students, unchanged, and hence planets do not twinkle. In many give reasons, students give scientific reason why stars twinkle, why planets do not twinkle. So you have to remember this point, why planets do not twinkle and why stars twinkle. Okay, so this is a very important point. You have to remember it, and I hope now you have understood what is twinkling of stars and why planet do not twinkle. I hope my students has understood this point. So I can go to the next point now. Now see, students, effect of atmospheric refraction. Can you see this photograph here? Now see here, students, everyone loves to see sunset, right? We'll go, yeah, when we go to Khandala Ghat or some hill station, we love to see sunsets, right? So can you see, students, that when sun sets, so due to some, when actually the sun sets, so after some time, above the horizon only the sun sets. The real reason beyond this is what it is due to the effect of atmospheric refraction. See, when sunrise or when sunset, what is the changes? What are the science behind that? We are going to learn this out. Now, see, students, can you see a photograph here? This is the earth here given. Can you see this one? This is the earth. These dotted lines, circular dotted lines, these are the atmospheric layers above the earth's surface. What these are, students? This is the atmospheric layers. See this straight line, this is a horizon line. And this is the sun. This is the real position of the sun. And again, we are seeing it at a higher level. This is the apparent position of the sun due to the what, student? Atmospheric refraction. I have explained you about stars, why we see actually the stars are at a lower position, but we see at a higher position due to what? Due to the refraction of light, because it is passing from rare medium to denser medium. Rare medium, here it is a what? Vacuum. And this is a denser medium because we are having atmospheric layers here in the earth. Now see, we'll go point by point to this topic. Now see, number first, by sunrise, we mean that appearance of the sun above the horizon. When sun rises, students, what we see, that there is appearance of sun above the horizon. This horizon is an imaginary line. Okay, students. So why we see this? But when sun is somewhat below the horizon, but actually sun is what? It is below the horizon. But how we will look like? But how it look like from Earth? That is above the horizon, right? Its light rays are able to reach us along a curved path due to their refraction through Earth's atmosphere as shown in the figure. See, can you see here, students? Just 1 second. Spotlight. Now see students, can you see here? This is the real position of a sun. Okay. Now see, this light ray is coming, is reaching us at a curved path. Can you see this is a curved path? This is a curved path. Why it is reaching us in a curved path? This is due to the refraction through the Earth's atmosphere. This is the Earth atmosphere. This layer is 1, 2, 3. This is the Earth atmosphere layers, right? So see students, this due to this layer, refraction of light take place. Actually, the sun is, when sun rises, it is below the horizon line, but we see it as here due to the refraction of light, students. Okay, because this is a rare medium and this is a denser medium. When light is passing from rare to denser, it went towards the normal, and we see here the position is higher. And see what the second point is telling us. But when the sun is somewhat below the horizon, its light rays are able to reach us along a curved path. This is a curved path, and this curved path is due to the refraction through the Earth's atmosphere as shown in the figure. This is the Earth's atmosphere. Due to this, it shows like this. Thus, we see the sun even before it emerges above the horizon. Thus, students, we see the sun even before it emerged above the horizon. Okay. Same thing happens at the time of sunset. We keep seeing sun for short while even after it goes below the horizon. Now see, in sunset, students, we can see the sun for short time after it goes below the horizon. It goes below the horizon also, but for a short time we can able to see the sun at the sunset time, just because of the same reason that is known as refraction of light. Okay, students. So now you understood how this effect of atmospheric refraction take place in two things, when sunrise or sunset. Again, when, how the twinkling of star take place, what is the actual position of these stars, and how it look like higher, but actually it is in the lower position. This all phenomena, students, this all depends upon due to the refraction of light, and it is there in the atmospheric also. Okay, this effect take place in the atmospheric also, hence it is termed as effect of atmospheric refraction, due to which much more things we can observe in our day-to-day life, that is sunrise, sunset, twinkling of stars. Why planet do not twinkles? Because planets are near to us, they are not a point source. Stars twinkle because they seems to be the point source, they are far away from us. This all thing depends upon one and the same point, that is refraction of light. I hope my students have understood today's point. It's very interesting, right? Now, some assignment, students, I'm going to give you. Wait a second. I think my laptop is somewhat hang or what? No. So, okay. Now, see, student, note it down in your notebook. I've told you to take out your notebooks, right? Write down these questions in your notebook. What is the reason for the twinkling of stars? Why stars twinkle? This is the first question, and the answer you have to write it down by your own. Second, have you seen the object beyond and above a holy fire appears to be shaking, and why does this happen? I've explained you this also today. So these two answers you have to write. Draw a diagram to explain apparent position of the stars. You have to draw that diagram of apparent position of stars, and you have to explain also how there's a change in the position of star, why star appears higher. So you have to draw also, and you have to explain also. All 3 points are, all 3 questions are very important. So I hope you have written it down, or take it a screenshot of the screen and write it down in your notebook and get it checked with your science teacher. So thank you, students, for watching my session. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. It was really very nice. Students, for today, we have completed all the 4 sessions. Please study at home, revise the topics at home.